Hi guys, I'm October, but you can call me Toby. Today's video will be about a pattern that I recently made. You may remember this little dog. I made the pattern up for this one recently, and it was created in Dolce Chenille based on my niece's dog, so it's for her. The reason for the pattern overall though, as I mentioned in that video, was because my husband wanted a gift for a friend. He showed me a photo of this friend's dog. That dog was a little white Maltese. I created this pattern, based this version on my niece's dog for her, but not happy with the look of the Dolce Chenille for a molt. Molts have much, sometimes short, but a lot of the times, and in this case, longer, white, silky fur. They don't have short fuzzy fur, they're not coarse or anything like that. So I did not want to recreate this just in white and say that's it, it's done. But it did get me thinking, what could I use to make this pattern look more like a molt? So I tried out 4 additional yarns and I varied my hooks depending on what the yarns kind of required, and a couple of them I haven't worked with at all before. Others I'm more familiar with. In the middle of making it all, I got another request for a different breed, so that will pop up too. Let's have a look at the yarns I used and then we can look at the process and the outcomes. Alright, while this is not a tutorial, I did want to run through the materials I used to test this pattern in. My additional things were just polyfill, which I used to stuff all of my amigurumi, scissors, stitch markers, which were very helpful with the fluffy yarns, not so much with the cotton, and my wool needle, which has the angled tip and it has quite a pointed, sharper tip than most wool needles. It's not as thick at the end as it is throughout the body of the needle. This came in very helpful in finding front or back loops in the fluffy yarns for decreases, as well as opening up stitches for me to actually get into in some cases for my slip stitches and things in the cotton yarn. So that came in very, very handy and was used a lot throughout the process. In terms of yarns themselves, I used the Motivera Otis Faux, so that's a faux fur. It is in the colour Whisper White, and I used a 5mm hook with that one. For the Doberman, I used a 2mm hook and 4 Seasons Flinders 100% cotton yarn. This is an 8-ply. It was in the colours Jet and Turmeric. For the yarn that I call eyelash yarn, that was the Motivera Flurry, and it just says number 23 for the colour, but it is a creamier, warmer tone than the faux fur, so it's definitely more on the cream than the white side. I'm not sure what you'd call that specifically, and I used a 3mm crochet hook with that one. The Baby Chenille, I used Bella Baby Chenille. It was not in grey, it was in white. I just don't have any more of the white currently in the packaged format any longer, so I just popped this in so you could see the label. I used a 3mm hook with that one, and you can see with that white it's quite a bit brighter than the faux fur, and it's much more white than the eyelash yarn as well. So that was the one I used for the Baby Chenille. So once again, hook sizes were 3mm, 2mm and 5mm for the faux fur. In terms of safety eyes and safety nose, the safety nose and eyes used in the eyelash yarn puppy, the nose was about 10mm wide and the eyes were also about 10mm. For the Doberman, I embroidered the nose. The eyes were actually from this crochet penguin kit that I tried out in another video. I will put a link to that here if you'd like to go check that out. Cannot remember what size these were, but they're very tiny and they don't come with backs, which is why I had to use the glue gun to melt them into place and pop some glue on the back to stop them pulling out. And on the faux fur, I am thinking of using some safety eyes. I'm not sure what size yet, and in the Baby Chenille I'll be embroidering eyes and nose. For the fur I'll probably be embroidering the nose as well. So that's what I used in terms of eyes and noses across things, my yarns that I'm trialing and filling in additional little tools. So I hope that's helpful if you want to give any of these yarns a go. If you do like the dog pattern or the Doberman version, the dog pattern is one of the free patterns available, the monthly free patterns available on my Patreon, so you can pop over there and join up if you would like access to that as part of your tier. The Doberman pattern has not been released yet, but it will probably be a future option as a free monthly pattern. Both of them, eventually I would like to have them up for sale, so we'll see how and when I get there. I will make announcements about that across my socials. Let's hop into actually making these dogs. Just cutting into the eyelash dogs process video here. I have someone who has taken up residence on my desk. A little warning for anybody who is terrified or scared of spiders. This little fellow is quite tiny, he's very friendly, and he's very, very curious. As you can see, he has opted to be picked up this time. So far he's just avoided me, which is fine, but he did opt to hop onto my hand today, which was really nice. These little guys are jumping spiders. I see them a lot out the back of our house. We have a little brown one that lives in our bathroom, and she keeps the bugs down in the bathroom, which is nice. So this guy has turned up on my desk, and if you see him in any videos or chilling out on anything, he's fine. He doesn't bother me, and he keeps the bugs down, which I am more than happy for. So heads up, he might turn up in videos now and then. Nothing to worry about. He's just, I guess, a little helper, really. Everything's all done now, so you have seen the process for each of these yarns. Let me tell you what I thought about each of them. The Dolce Chenille I've worked in plenty. I quite enjoy it. There is a bit of fallout with this yarn. It's not the easiest thing to frog, so it's not that great for creating patterns in my opinion. It wouldn't be my first choice to create patterns in this personally, but I do enjoy the outcome. I like the softness, I like the texture, I like the squish. It's a lovely yarn to work in. The eyelash yarn. This one, not a fan of using this for crochet. Do not think I will ever use this again for crochet. It might work better as embroidery, like to add fluff or eyebrows, whiskers, hair tuft. but I would not recommend trying to crochet in this. It's impossible to tell where your stitches are. The back loop only, front loop only stuff doesn't work that well in this. The definition of shape is lost, so the body just sort of turned into a bit of a blob. I'm glad I tried it out once, but I won't be doing it again. The 50% cotton, 50% acrylic for the little Doberman. I like how this came out. It's very firm. There's not a lot of softness, and maybe I could have even gone down a hook size again for this one. Overall, it was not smooth to work in, would be what I'd say. The yarn requires a small hook size, and even though I'm using a metal hook, it just feels like it catches on every stitch. Stitch markers at this size tend to leave a bit of a gaping hole, and you kind of have to massage the stitches back into shape after using a stitch marker with them. Yeah, not my favorite. Next up is the baby chenille. Now this was the one I first started working in, the first one I got finished. This yarn, the way the chenille holds together, is easier to work with, easier to frog than the Dolce chenille. So yeah, I love working in this. We'll definitely work in it again, and we'll have to look at getting it in a lot more colors because it's a lot of fun. And the biggest puppy of all, the faux fur. This might look as though you can't really see your stitches in it, and I guess visually it's difficult to see your stitches. Honestly, I love working in this yarn. I love the outcome. I love how soft and smooth and silky it feels, how furry it is. This one was using a size 6 needle. I've generally worked with this one in a 5. So on this guy, there is an additional texture where you can kind of feel the stitches a little. So I love this guy. I had a lot of fun making or painting these eyes that I got in. And I did want to mention the eyes for the faux fur because I haven't mentioned them yet in the video. I got them in mid-video. So I got a couple different sizes, 3 different sizes in the sinker safety eyes to try out. I hadn't really tried out sinker eyes before, and when I realized you can paint them and then I can like seal them with the UV resin, I really wanted some different sizes to try out. So I got this set. I have really enjoyed using them on him. I'll continue to try using them out, but I'll link them down below if anyone wants them. I also grabbed a tool to be able to actually like place them. I think this one's fine so far. It feels a little brittle. If you want to grab what I'm using, there'll be links down below, but I'm not 100% on the tool for sinking them in yet. I think maybe there might be something a bit stronger than that. That might be better, but I'll see how it goes as I keep practicing using it. Favorites would have to be the faux fur and the baby chenille. They frog really well. You can feel your stitches, even if you can't see them perfectly, you can feel them really easily, I find, and I don't mind that at all. So I really enjoy working in those two, and I would really love to get more of those in different colors. So that's my final thoughts on everything. So maybe you can let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Okay guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed watching me work in the different yarns, and you've already heard my thoughts on everything, so let's just have a look at the dogs. I will pop up a quiz at the end. I want to know which outcome was your favorite, and if you want to let me know in the comments, is that based on the overall dog, including like the eye embroidery or safety eyes used and the nose embroidery plus the way it came out, or is it just based on what yarn you think this pattern looks best in? Because I'm very curious. I have my opinion on my favorite, which I'll say at the end, but the options are Kitty the dog, and there is full embroidery for the face on this one. This is in the Dolce chenille, the little Doberman. This one was in a 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, eyelash yarn, baby chenille, and the faux fur, the biggest of all the pups. Safe to say the faux fur is my preferred one. I love the feel, I love the size, I love how squishy it is, and I'm really happy with how these eyes came out. That was a bit of fun with some paint. And if you want to see things like behind the scenes, get a free pattern each month, and get a little more access to me and the community that is building up around this channel, then pop on over to my Patreon. There are different tiers there for different levels of involvement and different pricing. And over on my Instagram as well is where I do post photos and updates and changes to patterns. Yeah, hit subscribe down below to not miss out on the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.